Hi guys, MAG here on Young Gamer Channel. Welcome back to another brief Promods 2.15 city tour. Today we are doing a run. Let's see now. We're doing a run from Rotterdam. Oh, destination is Rotterdam. We're in Amsterdam. We're going to Rotterdam. That's where we're going. Let's take that off. Now, this looks like a fairly standard trailer. Doyle Distribution from Chelmsford, England. If you can't run with the big dog, stay on the porch. I'm not sure if that... I've never seen a trailer like that in the UK. I don't know if that's made up or not. I suspect it's not. Anyway, look, it's longer than normal trailers. You see the P&O ones there? And that digger, that excavator next to us, that's another mod trailer. This is the Chris45 trailer pack, available on all of your good mod download sites. Okay, what are we driving? A man. Let's see what sort of condition it looks like inside. Let's fire it up. Okay, here we go. So, need to bear in mind this is a longer trailer. So, it's going to be check-in mirrors all the way down and nice wide turns all the way. Which way are we going? To the right. Good. Check, check, and continue, please, MAG, if you would. Right, yeah, keep this nice and wide. Check the trailer through all the way. Nice. Okay, Amsterdam. I don't know much about Amsterdam. I didn't really do any research on Amsterdam. I just looked at Rotterdam. So I can make some stuff up about Amsterdam if you wanted, but I shan't. Guesswork. Guesswork's never been a problem for us before on Young Gamer Channel. If you don't know everything, just make it up. Oh, look at there's another mod. God, that's a big bulldozer, isn't it? Right, cool. 51 tons. 51 tons. What we're carrying locomotive spare parts, and it's 21 tons, which is why, my goodness, it's taken a lot of effort to get this thing around the corners. Woo-hoo-hoo! 0 to 60 in about 15 minutes. I think this thing is going to be doing. This is slow. Amsterdam. I think Amsterdam's built on stilts. I think it's one of these cities that's is kind of built on, what do they call them, piles, sunk into the ground, because it's so. I think it's so boggy and marshy. I think I read that somewhere. Put a comment down below in the comment section if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Either way, please, someone just put a comment. Look at these tyres. It seems to be an awful wasted way of carrying tyres on a truck, doesn't it? Just stick them in a container or stick them in the back of a check trailer. Going very wide here. Put them on in like a curtain side or something. Oh my giddy aunt, this is painful. I'll put this up so we can see. No, I don't want to put. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to put this up. And I'm going to press. What do I want to press? That. And then I want to press that. Right. So how far have we got to go? 73 kilometres, that's all. But at this rate, at this snail's pace, it's going to be impossible. Okay, then let me tell you something about Rotterdam then. Because I did look up Rotterdam. Rotterdam is a great city, by the way. I've been to Rotterdam numerous times and I spent a fair bit of time working there. Back in, what was it, 2014? Working in Europort. The port of Rotterdam is massive. It's huge. In fact, Rotterdam and Europort. I think it's all classed as one port. The port of Rotterdam. Europort is the new part. It's like the container part. It has been built out on the Maasvlakte. I think they call it, which is like the muddy, sandy area. They're reclaiming a load of land around Europort. Lots of dredging going on. And building up this landmass, and then they're going to build like new container terminals and oil terminals. There's all sorts of stuff on it, refineries, I guess, something like that. But so that's all going on at the moment. But already it's Europe's biggest port. I think it's the world's 10th biggest port. Depends where you look. I think if you just consider containers or TEUs, Tango Echo Uniform, TEUs. Here, this must be Schiphol Airport. In Schiphol, they do have the airplanes do go across the road on bridges like that. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Plane going over. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, 20-foot equivalent units. That's what a TEU is. What a person who deals with containers would call a container, because containers are different. You know, you get ones that all look they all look differently. They all sort of carry different things, but they're all based on a standard size, which is a 20-foot equivalent unit, and the ships are built specifically to take TEUs. So if you have one that was slightly different size, like a 27-foot one, it wouldn't fit on any ship. You get 40-foot containers and you get 45-foot containers, but a 40-foot container is basically 2 TEUs, so it's 2 20-foot containers. It's equivalent of 2 TEUs. A 45-foot container goes in a very special part of the ship. It goes above all the other. It doesn't go in the hold. It goes above all the other containers, and it's just big enough to bridge. So they use a little bit of the wasted space that normally forms in between containers. I won't go into great detail because, let's face it, containers are not the most interesting subject to talk about. Yeah, Rotterdam, Port of Rotterdam. It is known as the gateway to Europe because what it is, it's on the Scheldt, the River Scheldt. I think, is it on the River Maas? Crikey, I'm not sure. Oh no, I don't want to go up that way. I'll stay down here. It's on the River Rott. I know that much. Rotte, because obviously back in the day, someone built a dam on the Rott, and that small village or steading eventually grew up to be Rotterdam. Yeah, and also it links to the Rhine. I forget what the percent. Something. There's a huge percentage of German imports go through Holland, go through the Netherlands, because they all come through Rotterdam and Amsterdam to go up the Rhine on barges. If you've ever been there, then it's barge central. So many barges pulling stuff up and down the rivers and the waterways. So they have a population. In 2014, the population of Rotterdam was only 633,000 people, which is, again, not a massive amount of people for such a sized city as this. Ooh, going fast around this corner. In the wrong lane, really. Who cares? Okay, I'm going to have to go into this lane because I've got a roundabout to go around. In fact, am I got a roundabout to go around here? With the size of this container, with the size of this trailer, I am going to straddle the 2 lanes and go around in the middle, which is acceptable, I think, for a truck of this size. Indicate. Where's that car going? Oh, I've lost him. Oh, a little 2CV. What are you stopping for? That was quite high pitched. There we go. Around we go. I still think Euro ETS2 on this computer is a little bit poorly. It's just every now and again lagging, as you can see. Indicate. Take it as wide as we can without knocking that sign over, and then check the trailer through. Yeah, nice. Nice. So it's only the 168th most popular city, most popular urban area in the world. So it's not. So it's not. It's nowhere near the likes, you know, the real massive cities in the world. So the city itself is 600,000 people, but in fact, if you take what they call the Randstad conurbation, which is all the surrounding area, the villages, the towns in the surrounding area, it's actually about over 7 million people live in this general area. And they also take into account The Hague, which is The Hague is the capital of Holland, of Netherlands. But they take that. The Hague and Rotterdam is sort of combined together for the purposes of statistics, and yeah, about 7 million people live between the two. Here we go. And around we go. Oh, is this our destination already? Okay, I'm going to straddle the centre line again. So that we can turn. Don't try and come up my outside there, little red car. And in we go. And check the trailer in okay. Fine. Actually, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Are these longer trailers? Now, I think that trailer there is a broken down truck. I think. Oh, what happened there? Alright, let's park this thing up. I don't want to park. I don't want to get a... Oh, what's happening? I'm steering. I was steering there. I wonder if it's because of the weight of the trailer. Let me have a look here. Yeah, look at that. It's not quite steering properly, I think, because of the weight of the trailer. Probably overweight. I don't know what the I think 51 tons is too much for this. Probably too much for this type of trailer. I think it's probably goes against some sort of EU regulation on the size of total weight that you'll have in trailers. I think it can. It's a four. Look at that. It's a 4-axle trailer as well. It's nice. It's a nice looking trailer. Let's get this thing in. If you can't run with the big dogs, better stay on the porch. That was a line. I forget which film that was from. It was a guy goes up to a girl, and he's like an older dude. He's like an old middle-aged man, and she's like hanging around with some young, handsome dudes, and he's like, "Hey, sweetheart, you want to stay on the porch with the puppies, or you want to come in the yard with the big dog?" I've been wanting to use that line forever, but on a lady, but I'm too scared. Right, there we go. So we've arrived. Thank you very much. We'll don't forget to we'll do another one of these. They're only short little videos, just short little drives, looking at the Promods 2.15, looking at all the new cities and how awesome they look. Rotterdam looks particularly awesome, and we'll zoom out a bit here. Look at that. Oops, been over that bridge many a time. On the far end of that bridge, the right hand side where that skyscraper is, there's the hotel, the Golden Tulip. Stayed in there a number of times. You walk across that bridge and you get to where you see that sort of top left, where that red building is. In fact, it's difficult to see. It's difficult to see. But that sort of, you go across the bridge from right to left, you see that white building. That's a bank, I think, Abzo Bank or something like that. And I remember because it has some pretty dated, like 1970s lights fitted to the outside, so they can kind of light it up a bit weirdly. But walk down that road and you get to the area that I was doing a bit of work. I used to do trading courses in there. Anyway, people who know Rotterdam, they'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so that's the end of that little drive. We'll see you again next time. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe, like, etc., etc. Cheerio!
Subscribe to the Young Gamer channel for driving, shooting, building, freezing, dancing, driving in the rain, swimming, crashing, more shooting, looking at toilets, jumping on a shark, reversing backwards, driving forwards, looking at dead animals, going up hills, craning, more terrible dancing. For all this and more, subscribe to the Young Gamer channel. Don't miss out. Something for everyone.